Hello, Poke people, and welcome to Classic Trading Cards. First of all, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to revive this channel, update to the modern age, and give you guys a little bit of insight into my strategy as far as sealed investing goes. Last time you may have seen me, I had just found my childhood collection from back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and was sending a bunch of them off to get graded. Nowadays, for the past year and a half, I've really been stocking up on sealed product, and that is my new passion. And I couldn't have asked for a better set this month to start investing in and add to my inventory, because Ascended Heroes released today. They have the ETBs finally out. This set is a banger. I mean, the SIRs, the top hits in the set. It's no secret. It's a very, very good set, and people are going to want to hold this long term, and people are going to want to rip packs online through Rip and Ships, and people are going to want to have this in their hands. So, I mean, people are just going to shred this product, and Pokemon is going to try and print it into the absolute ground. So, with that being said, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, hopefully, over the next 6 to 12 months to stock up on this set at a decent price. Once they really turn the printers on and unload a lot of product onto the market. So let's take a look at the singles. This set is absolutely filled with beautiful cards. You have hold on. Let me just start over, because first and foremost, I'm not a huge fan of Mega Evolution Pokemon to begin with, or gold cards. However, the team that curated this set, all the artists involved, they hit it out of the metaphorical park with this set, because if they can turn someone like myself onto Mega Evolution Pokemon, I mean, they really did a good job. It just speaks for itself. I mean, you have Gengar, that's a top hit, going to hold up the set really well, selling around that $1,000 price range, I believe, right now. $11.50 with a picture. Amazing card. Don't FOMO into the singles on these cards, because prices are going to drop over the next few months. If you need to have it in your set, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. However, eventually the prices will go down, and you'll have a better opportunity to pick these up for your binder or try and make a grading play. People who hunt specific Pokemon like Charizard and Dragonite, they're going to need these cards. They're going to need these gold cards, which are hard to hit. So they're either going to have to go for the thrill themselves and rip a bunch of packs hoping to pull one of these, or they're going to have to shovel out a bunch of cash in order to pick one of these up. Personally, I won't be buying any, but yeah, if that's your thing, then more power to you. I wasn't quite sure the direction they were going to go on the Mega Dragonite as far as the wings go on top of his head. However, in this card, it's essentially a non-factor. It almost adds like a silhouette / halo effect to the card, which I think is really cool. Clearly a beautiful card all around. You have Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, all in the same card. I mean, this is a banger. That's going to do really well. Look awesome in someone's binder or slabbed up. So, in my opinion, this Pikachu is like the standout card. I think this might be one of the best Pikachu arts that we've ever had, especially recently. I really hope the price kind of goes down on these over the next couple months, because I am thinking about picking up a copy of this. Pikachu being the mascot always does well. Looking really cool in this card. I love the artwork just in general. That's going to be an amazing card to have. Essentially, this set is just a culmination of a lot of the top hits in Scarlet and Violet. So you've got Surging Sparks cards making an appearance, Destined Rivals making an appearance, Journey Together. You've got a pink crown Pikachu here. If that's your the thing, going after crowns, then you're going to want this set also. In my opinion, this Team Rocket's Mewtwo is better than the Destined Rivals one, honestly. I really like the top-down effect in this card. I wasn't a huge fan of the bottom-up angle on Destined Rivals, so that might be a little bit of a hot take, but personally I like this one more than Destined Rivals. Lily's Clefairy. Lily being one of the most popular trainers aside from maybe Ash. Another beautiful appearance in this card. Waifu collectors, trainer collectors are going to want this. The Enzorark, I think, is also a really cool card. It has like a spiritized, ghostly effect going on. I have a feeling in hand, this card probably looks way better than the image I'm seeing here. Would really like a copy of this eventually for my binder. The Pheasantipity, really cool card here. What else was I looking at earlier? So the Frostlass, I think this might be one of the best cards in the set, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this Pokemon in general. However, I don't know how you couldn't like this artwork. I mean, they really hit it out of the park. So just top to bottom, this set is filled with amazing cards, and just like Prismatic Evolutions, Pokemon is well aware of that fact, and they're going to do their best to keep the prices down and keep product in people's hands. My strategy as a sealed investor, though, is to focus on ETBs, PC ETBs, bundles. ETBs, I'm a buyer around that $100 range, plus or minus like 10-15 bucks. I think the bottom of this is probably going to hit around like $80. If you can find that out in the open or out in the wild, find it at MSRP, buy them up, buy all of them you can, because this ETB has an amazing promo inside of it. Bunch of packs, keep it sealed, keep it long term, you're going to do well. PC ETBs clearly are one of the standout products in this special set. Since we don't have booster boxes, this is going to be a product that you want in your inventory. I'm a buyer at around the $200 price range, plus or minus about 15. So to be honest, I really hope they do another drop of these online, and if the price already hasn't skyrocketed by then and jumped up, I think that's going to offer people another entry point. To be honest, if you find these anywhere around the 200 or less price, I would suggest getting them now. And just start building your inventory while you have the funds. I don't really know how much cheaper they're going to get from here. People just got their inventory yesterday, and already we're seeing, a little bit of a dip here. A good opportunity. I'm seeing a couple sell at 205, 210, 215. That's really not a bad price. These are going to do very well long term. The more the merrier. Get them while you can. ETB cases and bundles, I think, are going to do really well also. ETB cases, if you can find some for like $1,100, $1,150, maybe even that $1,200 price range, that's a product that's not going to be around for the entire duration of the printing cycle. So it might be earlier the better on that. So at that $1,200 price range, you're looking at about an average of $120 per ETB. However, there might be a premium, just like with Prismatic and unsealed cases of ETBs. There's going to be a premium eventually on these because the cases won't be available forever. Bundles, I think, are a no-brainer. If you can find these at MSRP, obviously that's ideal, but anywhere around that $50 to $55 range locally, I think, is also a steal, and will be, or at least will be eventually, especially if you're short on space or that's something you want to worry about for the future. Like I said, I've made plenty of mistakes along the way throughout my journey over the past year and a half. Well, since the beginning of Pokemon, I've actually made quite a few mistakes. Since the beginning, I started collecting in the late 90s, early 2000s. Let go of some things that are kind of a horror story for me and a touchy subject, but I will cover all of that in a future video. Hopefully this weekend or early next week, I'll be able to highlight some of those mistakes, learn from mine so that you don't make them yourself. With that being said, I think space is a factor that you have to consider when you're a sealed investor. There's no such thing as having like unlimited space, and not only that, but you probably don't want to keep all your inventory in the same location. That way, if anything were to happen, God forbid, a fire or flood, and or the newest thing, I guess, is just running up in people's houses and stealing all their shit. Hopefully that never happens to any of you. I would diversify your locations and try and split up some of your inventory just in case something were to happen. But again, bundles are a good way to save space and still have a bunch of packs in a small space. So anyway, I think you got the gist of it. It is not a secret. This set is going to do really well long term, and people are going to rip the hell out of these packs. Rip and Chips are going to be selling this constantly. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, I think people are going to focus so much on this set that it might open up some opportunities on Prismatic as well, because Prismatic has been the top seller and the most ripped set in recent times. So I think as people start opening these packs like crazy, that might open up some space for Prismatic prices to come down a little bit, and you're going to want to pull the trigger. I don't really know how much they're going to print ETBs anymore. We just got a bundle print with the Sam's Club combo, and considering it was sealed with like a sticker on each side, it did nothing to the price, and essentially those are sitting around $70, I believe. If you can find Prismatic around $60 locally, I think that's a no-brainer play. Those are going to be they're going to basically trade places with 151 prices, Paldean Fates prices. You're going to be seeing those at around the $120 price range before you know it. So you're going to be looking at about 100% profit if you were to lock in profits on those. So pick up Prismatic, pick up Ascended Heroes. These are some of the top sets of all time, and especially in recent history. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you feel like it, you can like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. No pressure though. We're just gonna take it nice and slow, and this isn't a way for me to make cash or anything. This is just kind of something I want to do on the side, considering I've spent so much time researching and really diving headfirst into sealed investment, sealed collecting. This is something that I'm really passionate about now. So I thought, why not revive the channel and share some of that knowledge with you guys? Potentially, collaborate with some people and see what their strategies are. I like a lot of the people putting out content right now. I think there's some really, really solid people doing it. So eventually I'd like to, speak with them on a personal level and give the world some content and give you guys something to listen to on the drive or while you're at work. So anyways, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Happy hunting. Hope you managed to get some of this at MSRP. If not, you will have plenty of opportunity to buy this set over the next 6 to 12 months, because they are going to print the hell out of this set, and there will be plenty of good opportunities to get this at a good price. So anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. Cheers.